I wanted to show you how to use the databases. Over the next couple weeks, we're really going to move into our research, and I want you to be comfortable with finding articles in the databases available for our library, and this will be helpful not only for our class, but for your other classes as well. So if you go to the home page, you can either click on current students and look for resources there. I like to just search for the library because then I know for sure I'm going to find it quickly. Click on Chestnut Library at Fayetteville State. And then I can, if I want to search for physical holdings, I can search books here and then go over and actually get them. I'm imagining, however, for our paper, the majority of your sources are going to come from the databases. And we discussed in class that for current topics, it might be hard to find exclusively scholarly sources. So I'm going to allow you for your research papers to use some popular sources, that is, sources written for the general public, so long as those are current and relevant and reliable. Things from, as we discussed in class, like the New York Times or The Economist, these highly reputable kinds of sources. You can actually also find popular sources through the databases, but most students use them primarily to find their scholarly sources, and then they use things like Google for their popular sources. So once you get into your major, you will probably be advised what kinds of databases are typically used in that field. For our purposes, something like Academic Search Complete will work just fine. It's going to be interdisciplinary and more general, and should get you a wide variety of articles. You want to leave your search mode in Boolean, it's the smart search, and you might want to limit your results to full text. Now, if you're doing a project where you're expected to be comprehensive and know everything that has been written on this topic, you want to leave that unchecked to see what all is just out in the world, even if you have to request that through interlibrary loan because maybe we don't have a subscription to the journal that article's in. But for our purposes, in my class, I'm fine with you clicking limit to full text. Scholarly peer-reviewed journals. You might want to leave that checked if you have already found your popular sources, or if you're unsure about being able to tell the difference between the two. And we've talked about that some in class, and of course if you have questions, you can let me know. But if you check that, it's going to only give you sources that are in academic journals that have been vetted by other experts in a field. Okay, one of the topics we talked about in class was the measles outbreak in Oregon and Washington. And as we discussed, we're not going to find any scholarly articles on this 2019 outbreak because scholarly articles take time to publish. So what we might want to do if we were going to write about this is get some background information about why people are anti-vaccination in the first place. So we might want to know, where do people get the idea that vaccines cause autism, which has been debunked but is a popular theory. Autism, vaccines. So if I check that, so I can see that generated 689 results, which may be a little bit more than what I want to deal with. I think I lost my connection here and it unchecked these things. So if I click full text and references, or excuse me, scholarly peer-reviewed journals, that limits us down to 169. As you're scrolling through, some of them will have abstracts available to you. And you click on the article. Now, while reading the abstract is not the same thing as reading the article, it will give you some idea about whether or not it's something you want to spend the time reading, whether or not it's close enough to what you're interested in. So if you click on the article, you'll see here you have your PDF full text. Okay, this one does have an abstract, so it'll give me an overview of what this article discusses. Okay, and then the full text is available here. It tells me it's from the American Journal of Public Health. right? And it gives me some subject terms. If you're having trouble finding enough sources, sometimes the articles that you find will have these subject terms that can give you ideas about what else to search. And if you click on those, they'll go directly to that search. What's really cool here is you have a Cite button. If you click that, and you scroll down to APA, you have your APA citation ready for you. This is really helpful, and it'll save you a lot of time, and it's not cheating. However, it's not always accurate. I can see just looking here, this formatting for the title is wrong. They have capitalized every word here when they just need to capitalize the first word and any proper nouns. Okay, so feel free to use that cite function. Just know that it's not always correct, and so that you're going to need to proofread that against a style guide. Other cool features, you can add it to your Google Drive. You can add to a folder that you can then email to yourself when you're done compiling your materials. You can email it to yourself with both the PDF and a citation, I believe. Yes. Okay, so you would put your email address in there, put PDF as a separate attachment. I always like to leave that checked. You can do detailed citation abstract, and what's really cool is you can come down here and say, I want these in APA, and it will send it to you so that you have the article and the citation ready to go. So the database function on the library website makes it really easy to stay organized as you're doing your research. The only other thing I would add that's not available on here is I would keep a research log where you write down search terms you've already done, databases you've searched, kinds of results you found, so that you're not duplicating that work every time you come back to research. As always, please let me know if you have questions. We'll be going over more and more APA as the weeks move on and getting deeper into exploring these databases and figuring out how to complement popular sources with scholarly sources to get the best research papers we can. See you in class.